All right, Caleb. I got something new for us to try. We're gonna do a draft pick. Five
Where'd you
on.
see that?
Uh, I think it was the Freddy show, but we're gonna do a draft pick. It's gonna be a 5 on 5,
Hmm.
and we're gonna go back and forth pick our gods. And we can't choose the same gods.
Okay. How limited are we?
Any god you want,
Okay, who goes first?
you can go. I'll let you go.
All right. I mean, I haven't done as much research as you, but I'll say, and they're gods only, right?
Um, if you want to get, I guess, technical with it, we can go with like divine beings.
Okay. Well, no,
You, sorry, what? You kind of cut out on me.
no SCPs or anything like that.
What do you mean SCP?
SCP, like SCP, secure, contain, protect. Some of them are technically gods, I think.
I mean, I
It's
guess
okay,
if
we won't do
they're
it.
okay. Say, I guess if they're like considered divine, we could. All right, yeah. So 5 on 5 draft pick.
Yes.
Divine beings, gods from mythology, whatever. Go.
Um, I guess I'll go. Uh, Sun Wukong.
Fuck, I knew it. That's all right. I for my number one, I've got to go Shiva.
Okay. Um, let's see here. Man, I don't know. It's tough.
Just think about any of the gods we talked about, any of the gods that were in any of our stories. So like
I'll go
in
Raw.
oh, that's solid. That's fucking solid. Ooh, I'm gonna have to go Poseidon.
Okay. So this is gonna sound okay. So let me look him up because there is this god. Do you remember how you talked about cock recently?
Yeah.
Got me interested in kind of Native American mythology.
Okay.
So I then found that there is a god called Anu.
Okay.
Anu. Anu. Um, he is like the Mesopotamian god of like the sky. He has like superhuman strength, you know. He has vast powers of an unknown nature which seem to surpass the powers of any other Mesopotamian god.
Damn.
So I'll go him.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go Thor.
Thor is a good one.
He's a beast.
Thor is a
I
beast.
really thought you were gonna go
Um,
him next.
no, I honestly thought about saying Kratos, God of War. You know,
We're not talking about fuck God of War games though. We're not counting
yeah,
that.
that's that's why I was kind of asking because oh man, wouldn't that be nice? Let's mm, divine beings. What if I went uh Fenrir?
Said Fenrir?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Um fuck. Okay, so was that your fourth?
Yes.
Okay, so I gotta pick my fourth. Oh man. Fuck dude. I'm between like three right now.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you know my bias towards Greek.
Yes.
I'm between Medusa, Athena, or Amaterasu from Japanese mythology.
I thought about saying Amaterasu, I won't lie.
I don't know enough about her, but I know she's got to be a goddamn beast. But
Um,
because I don't know enough about her, I have to go Athena, being
okay.
pretty much the strategist. So yeah, I'm
Okay.
going Athena.
Yeah. Yes. Hmm. Honestly, I don't even want to say like Zeus because because I personally think that Poseidon is stronger than Zeus.
I'm pretty sure
Um,
he is. That's why I went with Poseidon instead of Zeus.
yeah. Oh man, I don't think there's anyone else really in like Egyptian mythology that I really want. Wonder if I could. Oh, I almost want to say like the hundred-handed ones because they were so strong. Everyone like was scared to shit of them. Like everyone in the Greek mythology was like scared to shit at the hundred-handed ones, so they just threw them down into Tartarus so they didn't have to fight them.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, I consider Medusa in that list, so why wouldn't I consider the hundred-handed ones? Because I mean, they were the direct children from Gaia and
Yeah,
what's his face, Uranus.
yeah. Oh gosh, it would also be so cheap to do this, but I could say Yahweh.
Yahweh, who's that?
God.
Well, I know that, but what mythology?
Christianity.
Oh, you're talking about God.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a little cheap.
I know. I can't. He's off the list. That's first of all, I think that's blasphemous, and second of all,
Yeah,
he's too strong.
we're gonna go ahead and
He's too strong.
take away God
Yeah.
himself
Yeah.
and Buddha,
Oh man.
because Buddha made someone calling look like a bitch.
Gosh. Oh, dude, I almost wanted to say like Thoth to counteract your Athena, to have two gods of knowledge,
Oh yeah,
one on each team.
yeah.
You know what? You know what? Yeah, I think I'll do that.
Okay, do it.
'Cause you already said Shiva, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I am going to throw curveball at you.
Mhm.
I'm going fucking Loki.
I thought about that. I really did because I'm like he's tricky,
I think
but I don't know how.
he'd cause some fucking chaos.
He's very. I don't think he's overly strong,
No, no, I
but
don't
he's
either.
got like that. I feel like he would bring that Deadpool sort of BS into it, like
Yeah.
shit you wouldn't think is possible would start happening.
Oh yeah. All right. So you,
5v5.
yeah. What's your list?
I had, let's see, I had Sun Wukong, and then I
Solid.
had
That's solid right there.
I had Sun Wukong and Ra, and I remember Ra is omnipotent, indestructible, and created the world basically.
Right.
He could
But
destroy it
he
if he
can
wanted to.
die, and Isis almost proved it.
Yeah, but that was in his human form, not his godly
Okay.
form.
Okay. That's true. That's true.
Um, yeah, that's when he literally brought himself to be basically fully human.
Right.
Um, let's see. So I had Sun Wukong, I had Ra. Did I say Fenrir after that, or is he my fourth?
You said Fenrir.
Yeah. Okay. So Fenrir, because you said Thor, and I was like, who solos? the,
The
the
Norse.
yeah.
I almost said Jormungandr.
Oh yeah.
I was going to because Jormungandr kills Thor. I mean, they kill each other, but Jormungandr's on supposedly somewhere on par with Fenrir, but Fenrir people say Fenrir would beat Jormungandr.
And isn't Jormungandr technically the world snake?
Yeah, it's the world serpent.
Yeah, I was kind of like hard. For me, it was one of those two, but I was like, I know Fenrir kills like, doesn't Fenrir like devour Odin?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he stomps on Odin.
Okay. And
Yeah,
I was like,
Fenrir's the one that like ends
fucks
Norse.
everything
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
So I thought he would have been a little bit safer of a bet.
You thought he was a little bit safer of a bet.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Then
It's still cutting out a little
World
bit.
Serpent.
I think it's got to be my internet. I don't know what the fuck's going on. So I
Sorry about
apologize,
that. If I
guys.
need to repeat anything, just let me know.
Okay.
So, Sun Wukong, Ra, Fenrir, Thoth, and who was my fifth? Um,
There's the one right after.
oh, it was Anu, Anu,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
um the Mesopotamian god of like basically all of them. He's the strongest one, I think.
Right. Okay, so my list was Shiva,
Hmm.
Poseidon,
Hmm. Thor.
Athena, Thor, and
Who was your last?
fuck, who was my last?
Loki. Loki.
Loki, yeah, because I wanted to cause some chaos. Yep.
Yeah. I feel like you have one really big hitter, and then the rest are kind of like supports.
Oh yeah, but
Poseidon's really strong too.
God, I felt like Poseidon and Thor would be on par.
I don't
I
know.
don't
Thor
know.
might win because it's kind of the age. Let's use Pokemon for example. Electric beat water.
True, true.
Everybody know.
But
So
that mean water conducts electricity, so I mean they could use their
true
powers together.
together. I'd be a little careful, but yeah, they could.
Plus, Poseidon has earthquakes and shit.
That's true. That is true. He can cause earthquakes, and he can cause like I don't know if he can cause hurricanes, but he can cause oh, what are those things called? Big waves.
Tsunamis?
Yeah, tsunamis.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I want to say he can cause. Well, actually, I don't know. I'm not going to say that. Part of me wants to think he can cause storms, but
hmm
I don't know.
it's a little bit on
I
his
th-
brother's side.
I think Thor and Poseidon together would be very
Pretty hard
strong.
to beat. Yeah, I think they're weaker when it comes on like 1-to-1. You know what I mean? Um, Compared to some of the other gods out there. But when it comes to like utility together, I feel like those two do mesh really well.
Yeah, and plus Athena backed him up. Strategy. Oh, dog.
Mhm.
uh, yeah, I like that. That was fun. I actually enjoyed that. Now we can do it now, or we can save it for another time. We
Huh.
can do a draft pick of either. We can either do a 5-on-5 or just our favorites
Mhm.
of. We can do five favorites of gods, or we can do like cryptids slash monsters in
Mhm.
mythology.
Mhm.
So like we do Woody Ghost and Skinwalkers. Uh, I don't know if you want to throw Sasquatches in there or not.
Sure.
Um, Werewolf. Come on, help me out here. There's a lot
Uh,
more.
there's a lot. I mean, I say we save it for next time and we get ourselves like a list.
All right,
You
sounds
know what I
good.
mean?
Yeah,
Like get 20 to 30 of them.
yeah. Oh yeah, we can do like Greek monsters. So you got gorgons.
Yeah,
Anyway, just shit like that. Yeah, I'm totally down for that.
I would be too. Yeah.
So anyway, guys, today is my episode. We missed last week. I was sick last week, and if you can't tell by now, you're nuts. But Caleb was a little sick.
Oh, it's a little
Um,
mean.
I'm doing Shiva. Shiva is from Hindu mythology, Hinduism, however you want to say it. And I was supposed to do Indra. I mentioned that my last episode, or Caleb's last episode. I think it was mine. I was supposed to do Indra. During my research, I was like, Indra's just another sky storm god, i.e., Zeus, Thor, Jupiter, Jock, etc.
Mhm.
So I really wanted to change it up because I feel like I did Zeus, I did Jock and Thor kind of back to back. No, I mean, I guess not really back to back, but they were fairly close. So I did want to change it up a little bit, and I'm going with Shiva.
Okay. Tell us about Shiva.
Shiva is one of the most important gods in the Hindu pantheon and is a member of the Holy Trinity of Hinduism.
Mm.
He represents goodness, benevolence, and serves as the protector. He's associated with time, and particularly as the destroyer and creator of all things. Yeah. Shiva is represented in a variety of forms. The one I personally found most interesting is his androgynous form.
Okay.
Shiva,
Google this.
Shiva and his consort share one body, so it's half male, half female. In this form, he's both the great ascetic and the master of fertility, and he is the master of both poison and medicine through his power over snakes. As Lord of Cattle, he is the benevolent herdsman and the merciless slaughter of the beasts. So he's kind of both good, I guess not really, I can't say good, but he's both the, I guess like I said earlier, creator and destroyer. Good, not necessarily evil, but...
Two halves of the same coin.
Right.
Can't have one without the other.
Yeah, so he's kind of a badass. And the way he... I have a big paragraph on how he's depicted in most things, I guess you could say. So, like, everything he wears or how he looks has a reason to it. Anyway, I'll get to that in a minute. So, apparently in Hinduism, the universe is thought to regenerate in cycles every 2.1 billion years.
Huh, okay.
Shiva would destroy the universe at the end of each cycle, which then allows for a new creation. So, to me, this sounds like he might just be the oldest god among all the other gods.
Like, all of them?
Not like... so my thought, not in Christianity. But every
I do get it, because, I gotta figure out which gods have lived longer than 2.1 billion years.
And who's to say, like, if they think it regenerates in cycles every 2.1 billion years, that's a minimum of 4.2 billion years that he's been alive.
Yeah.
God damn. That's all I can say. So Shiva also abstains from all forms of indulgence and pleasure, concentrating rather on meditation as a means to find the perfect happiness. So he also has a darker side. His darker side is the leader of evil spirits, ghosts, and is the master of thieves, villains, and beggars. Shiva is the most important Hindu god for the Shaivism sect. I probably said that wrong. That is the patron of yogis, so yogi is a practitioner of yoga. And Brahmins. A Brahmin is a member of the highest Hindu castle, that of like priesthood. He's also the protector of the Vedas, or the Hindu sacred texts. So I guess that right there kind of really shows both sides, but he's also being a yogi, I guess, makes him a very calm individual, if that makes sense.
Yes.
So anyway, yeah, let's get on with how he looks. Some of it is kind of fucking crazy to me. So Shiva is usually depicted in painting and sculptures as white, and not just like a white person, but like white from the ashes of corpses that are smeared on his body.
That's nice.
Yeah. He has a blue neck. And
I do see some that are blue. I see in the half and half form, the male side is blue while the white side is white.
Right. So one day, the king of the serpents threatened to vomit snake venom across the seas. Shiva assumed the form of a giant tortoise, collected the venom in his palm, and drank it. The poison burned his throat and left a permanent blue scar, giving him the title of Blue Throat. His hair is arranged in a coil of matted locks and adorned with the crescent moon and the Ganges. According to legend, he brought the Ganges River to earth from the sky, where she is the Milky Way by allowing the river to trickle through his hair, thus breaking her fall. So Shiva has three eyes. The third eye bestowing inward vision, but capable of burning destruction when focused outward. He has a snake around his neck, symbolizing his sense of calmness, self-containment, and content. Shiva is a symbol of calm and peace. He wears a garland of skulls and carries in his four hands a deerskin, a trident, which it's a trident, but it's not like anything like Poseidon's.
Yeah.
A small hand drum, or a club with a skull at the end. The trident represents the three worlds a human being is associated with: his inside world, the immediate world around him, and the broader world. The trident shows a harmony between the three. The skull identifies Shiva as a skull bearer and refers to the time when he cut off the fifth head of Brahma. The head stuck in his hand until he reached a city sacred to himself, and it then fell away in a shrine for the cleansing of all sins, known as Kapala Makana. I'm gonna assume it's Makana. I probably did. Meaning it means the releasing of the skull. This was later established in the place where it landed.
I've seen a lot of these things so far, but I haven't seen the skull one. Like, I see a lot of these photos have tridents, and some of them even have like the drum connected to the trident.
Yeah.
I see the snake in almost every photo. Sometimes it's not always around his neck though. But I have not seen the club.
Weird.
I'm trying to find one.
I found a few.
I think I saw one that was like a carving that had a club, but I didn't see a skull on it.
Oh, yeah.
I might have been wrong though.
So Shiva is generally thought to have originated from Rudra, a god worshipped in the Indus Valley during the Vedic period. Rudra was a hunter and a storm god and was very fierce in his ways. He was one of the main deities in the Vedic pantheon. Rudra's father was the lord of beings, and his mother was Usha, the goddess of the dawn. When he was born, he was not given a name, so he began to cry. He begged his father for a name and was granted Rudra, from the word rud, meaning to weep or howl. Because of his tremendous powers as the storm god, Rudra is often translated as the howler. He was sometimes called Shiva, an adjective meaning kind, as a euphemism. Gradually, the name Rudra became interchangeable with the name Shiva, and the modern Shiva was born. Shiva and Parvati are actually, sorry, I just skipped a whole fucking paragraph.
I was going to say, who?
So Shiva's wife was Parvati, often known as Kali, which I only know Kali through Smite. She was the reincarnation of Sati and the daughter of the god Daksha. Daksha did not approve of Sati's marriage to Shiva and even went further and held a special sacrificial ceremony to all the gods except Shiva. Sati was outraged by this, and she threw herself on the sacrificial fire. Shiva reacted to this tragedy by creating two demons from his hair, who wreaked havoc on the ceremony and beheaded Daksha. The other gods appealed to Shiva to end the violence, and complying, he brought Daksha back to life, but with the head of a ram. Sati was.
They killed him?
So yeah, they cut off Daksha's head. Or Shiva and his demons cut off Daksha's head, and then they brought him back to life, but gave Daksha.
I thought you said the gods killed Shiva.
Oh no. They were trying to appeal to Shiva to end the violence. Yeah. But he brought Daksha back to life, but now Daksha has the head of a ram. Sati was eventually reincarnated as Parvati in her next life, and she remarried Shiva.
That's nice. Happy ending.
Yeah, I guess, kinda.
Kinda.
Shiva and Parvati then had a son named Ganesh. Also a god I know from Smite.
Mm-hmm.
This story's kind of fucking wild. Their son was created out of earth and clay to keep her company and protect her while Shiva went on his meditative wanderings. Shiva returned one day from his wanders and found their son guarding the room where Parvati was bathing and wondered who he was because he'd never seen him.
Okay.
He, for some reason, couldn't believe that this was a son and thought he was a beggar. So Shiva called up the Buddhaganas, which are, I think, the same demons he summoned to fight Daksha. The demons fought the boy and eventually managed to distract him with the appearance of the beautiful Maya. And while he admired their beauty, they chopped his head clean off.
So he killed his son.
He did. Parvati rushed from her bath after hearing all of the commotion and screamed that her son had been killed. Realizing his error,
a little long. Huh?
I know. Realizing his Shiva then sent for a new head, wished to make the boy whole again, but the nearest at hand was of an elephant. So Ganesh, the elephant-headed god, was born. Just as more of his family, Shiva also had two other sons, Skand, the god of war, and Kuvera, the god of treasures. Alright, so lastly, I forgot to mention at the beginning of this, pretty short episode, was running into mostly the same problems I had last time with Chalk, where if I wanted more information, I had to pay. Fucking sucks, but is what it is for now.
Let's start the Patreon, and then once a month we'll have a new tier open up. We'll delete it and then redo it every month, but like once or twice a month or something, we'll have a tier that whoever buys or donates or something, $10, they can choose what god they want, and then that $10 will go towards paywalls.
Oh yeah. So lastly, the story of the so-called beginning of Shiva. At the beginning of creation, the energies of Brahma and Vishnu were born. After they came to be, both energies were curious as to who they were and why they were born. Suddenly, they saw a pillar of light that continued vertically and seemed to be endless. So, both Brahma and Vishnu decided to find out who they are, and they should first find out who or what this pillar of light is. Brahma decided to go upwards to find the head, and Vishnu decided to go downwards to locate the feet. They both kept going on, but it seemed that this pillar of light was infinitely long. After one point in time, they both decided to return to where they had started. When they came back, Brahma and Vishnu shared that this pillar was endless. The pillar was denoted as the Shiva Tattva, or energy, and the origin of Shiva. It was also the origin of Shiva Lingam, the symbolic manifestation of the Shiva Tattva. Even today, a Shiva Linga can be found in every Shiva temple. This Shiva Linga denotes that the Shiva energy is endless. There's no shape to it, and it is all-pervading in every atom and particle of the universe, meaning Shiva is the tattva, or essence of which the universe is made up of. And a Shiva Linga is the symbolic presence of that infinite nature of Shiva.
Wow.
So yeah, I think you can kind of see why I picked him as my first round draft pick.
Yeah. He's got to be nerfed a little.
Why is that? You have Sun Wukong.
Yeah, but Sun Wukong can't just destroy everything.
That's true.
Because it's all a part of him. You gotta take his universe-bending powers away, and then call it good.
So you're pretty much telling me I can't have Shiva?
No, you could just take away the fact that he is part of everything. And
honestly, I think I would still choose him, even if I took that away.
Well, it seems like he can still do a lot.
Oh yeah,
I just feel like that's kind of his cheat code.
Yeah, he wouldn't be my first round. He might be like my second round draft pick or third round.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's kind of fucking. It's kind of nuts.
He's almost like because I would almost say Ra is on the same thing where Ra created the
Right.
universe and then created the gods. So it can stay. We'll just have a Ra versus Shiva fight
That'd be sick.
where they keep unimagining then reimagining themselves.
I think I would. Honestly, yeah, I think I would choose Shiva over Raw.
I don't know, man.
It'd be something to see. Actually,
Huh?
I wouldn't want to see that in person.
I don't think you'd see much of anything
No.
before you disappeared forever.
Yeah. But that is the episode on Shiva.
Nice.
Very short
Like
this
it.
time, but it was very interesting. Even though how short it was, I thought everything about him was like so fucking cool.
You know, I will say I wish that more artists with different styles took to drawing Buddhist characters or Hindu characters because the only drawings of Shiva, like if you look it up, there's like one that's different from the rest, and the others are all the same kind of art style.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's for a reason, and what I'm saying is like super um what's the word? Racist? Is that would that I don't know.
I
Um
don't know. I don't know if I'd say racist.
blasphemous. Put it that way.
Would you go that far, or would you say stereotypical?
Well, see, because like what I'm saying is maybe there's only one or two drawings out there that isn't the stereotypical way that it's drawn because of the way that religion is.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
So it would be like blasphemous to draw it a different style.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. I get you. But going through the leaders or beginning of other mythologies and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that tattoo I told you I wanted to get?
Yeah.
It is slowly changing. It
Remember, it was originally all Greek gods. Then it was
was.
some Greek gods, and then like I would think Amaterasu was on there at
It,
one
it
point.
it was gonna be all Greek, or it was gonna be like 4 or 5 different Greek gods, and then it changed to we started this. Now I kind of want to do different mythologies. So I wanted Ra, Zeus, Amaterasu. I think Odin. I think that was it. But now I kind of, at least so far, want to take out either Ra or take out Amaterasu and put Shiva in.
I think you should keep doing just like the big ones. Yeah.
Why just the big ones?
I don't. Well, like the big ones in the mythology themselves, which I guess like Odin technically is. You really don't hear too much about Odin.
That's true. I mean,
You
I feel
hear
like
more
that's
about like Thor.
I feel like that's mostly because of Marvel.
Well, yeah, but even then, man, I don't know. I feel like Odin should be more out there.
Because
I feel like he's not very out there.
if I would pick and choose from each mythology instead of just doing like the leaders, I would be doing for Greek Poseidon,
Hmm.
Norse. I'd definitely be doing Thor.
Hmm.
Um, Chinese, Sun Wukong. That's who I'm gonna do.
Hmm.
I think.
You should do those.
Mm,
Do your favorite
fuck
instead of just
yeah,
the big ones.
that's true. Yeah, so I'm gonna get Zeus or not Zeus, sorry, Poseidon, Thor,
Hmm.
Sun Wukong, Shiva, and if I have room for another one,
Horus.
fuck him.
What Horus is badass.
Horse is fucking cool, but I'm not that like. I do love learning about Egyptian mythology, but I'm not
Oh,
like
dude, you know what you could
crazy
do?
into it. What's up?
Instead of getting the character, right? Get the eye.
Oh yeah, that's
So like
such a
instead of having the character like lined up with the others, have the eye like above it somewhere, and
what's
then
that?
have other mythological symbols around.
Yeah, I guess I could. That's not a bad idea, but I feel like the Eye of Horus is so common in tattoos.
Well, that's because it's technically like a symbol of protection or something like that.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, I could because I could always get the uh oh shit. What's the Greek symbol that everybody sees? Omega?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Omega symbol. Eye of Horus. I could
Could
probably
be
get
the Eye
some.
of Ra if you really wanted to. It's just the same eye flips around.
Yeah, I'd say it's just the other eye. um, let's see what other. I could do some type of rune symbol from uh
Nord,
Norse.
Nordic. Get a Skyrim tattoo.
Yeah,
Let's see. Let's Google it. Mythology symbols.
yeah, that's not a bad
There's
idea. I can't get too big though because I only have so much room to work with.
Well, see, that's why you do the symbols of it, so you only have the main characters that you really like, but you have symbols that you can fit either in between the spaces, you know,
Okay, yeah.
uh,
If the Aegis shield wasn't so complicated, I'd get that.
get Apollo's sun. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I need money, but I really need to stop talking about getting more tattoos because I need some fucking money first.
You could get the world tree from Norse mythology.
Like you'd have to make that pretty big, and if I do the symbols, I'm gonna need them pretty small.
I'm sure you could get some pretty decent line work of it done if you just have the line work.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Like I said, I got pretty limited room to work with.
And money.
No, I got very limited money to work with.
Yeah, that big tattoo's gonna have to wait a little bit.
I don't know if I ever get it. I just keep talking about it. Fuck, I
Yeah,
already have probably $1,500, $2,000 into tattoos right now.
still have to finish that sleeve.
Both sleeves. I'm trying to fill up both my arms, dog.
Well, I'm talking about finish the tiger sleeve.
Yeah, I'd love to. Cause I got an idea for it. I'd like to do like a little river, or like I guess all water, but like with the reflection of the other side of the river.
I told you that as soon as you told me what the design was. We were in the tattoo shop and he put the stencil on you and you looked towards me and you were like, "What do you think of this?" And I was like, "You know what would be dope is if on the your like forearm you have like he's walking up to like water and you were like, "Oh, I think you said something about like it being tacky or something at first." And I was like, "No, no, no, cuz think about it. You like the water and then you could have like trees or grass and you could have things in the grass." You were like, "Oh."
I
now,
I'll
now
be
you
real.
calling that your own.
I'll be real. I do not remember you telling me that.
Dude, I swear I remember it plain as day.
All right. Well, if I ever get the money, we'll probably see it. But
Good, I want to see a photo of it.
for sure, my next idea is definitely, or my next tattoo will definitely be the gods.
You're gonna probably spend more on that than you will on the sleeve.
Probably. But I don't know, because I kind of don't want like a realistic god. I want more of a toonish. Not like completely toonish, but more oh, I don't know how to explain it.
You'd have to send me a photo of like the type of art style you're thinking of.
Yeah, I excuse me. I got one of Zeus on my phone right now. I'll have to show you it.
What else podcast was?
Um I really don't think I think that's it. That's the whole episode.
Wow.
Very short, but like I said, I really enjoyed doing Shiva. Enjoyed researching it really because like every time I read, it's mostly new gods, I guess. New gods I don't know really anything about, just their name.
Yeah.
And I read about it. I'm like, holy fuck, they're a lot more prominent, I guess you could say, than I thought they were.
It's when you start learning.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. Fucking short ass episode compared to normal.
Dang.
15, a little over 15 minutes shorter,
I don't know. Maybe the listeners will like a short episode this time around.
maybe. I enjoy, personally, long episodes.
I I don't.
Or,
I'm never in an area where I can actually listen to long episodes.
see, I listen to podcasts all day, so I enjoy the long ones.
Can't. I can't. I don't even have. Yeah, I mean, I live in Springfield. It's 10 minutes to the furthest thing I ever go to.
I just stick an earbud in at work, and that's how I listen to them all day long. But anyway, guys, go check us out on Facebook, uh, Twitter,
Yeah,
Discord.
Podbean.
Oh shit,
We're
let's
on.
listen to all those. Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, actually, our biggest one right now for this month is iHeartRadio.
No shit.
Yeah, we've
Weird.
had 65 downloads this month, 12 days.
Yeah, that's
We've
nice.
had 150 in the last 30 days, and we're almost at 1,800.
Damn. It's
Yep,
kind of wild.
I know. It's actually really not bad. There was a time period where we kind of slowed down for a bit, but
Yeah, as a spoiler, me and Caleb were possibly talking about what we're gonna do once we hit our year mark.
mhm,
Because we don't know if we can afford to continue.
the future of the podcast.
Yeah, and I would love to. And if there's anything we need to work on, we need to know.
Yeah, seriously, I think we've basically done all of this so far by ourselves, which is crazy because two Midwest boys with basically no ads that we put out anywhere. We're not like reaching out to people or paying for ads to show up on. We're not paying for any digital marketing, but we've almost hit 2,000 downloads in a year, which is crazy to me.
That is
That's
pretty crazy because our first, 20 episodes were bi weekly.
yeah,
So if we were doing weekly, we'd be easily over 2K.
probably at 2 grand there. Yeah. So seriously though, boys, come on,
Help us out.
you
Help us
gotta
continue.
hang out with us. I feel like we would have no issue continuing if we just had more viewer, or I guess listener, um interaction. Like no
I
one's
agree.
no one's really come on the Discord. No one's We've had a couple Facebook posts, but no DMs.
Yeah.
And I feel like if more people would join the Discord and talk, that kind of stuff, I feel like it would really, that'd feel more like, oh,
It'd be
we
fun
actually
too.
have people listening. Like, yeah.
Anyway, guys, yeah, come help us out. We we honestly don't know if we need it. Like we at least me personally, I assume Caleb too would like some feedback.
Yeah. I mean, I know we're not doing the best we can. I mean,
No,
that's
but
just
we don't know what the best we can do is.
exactly. We like AJ just like yesterday figured out some settings that made the quality of this episode going to be better.
I
Like,
think I listened to a short sample of it. I recorded like 2 minutes of a conversation we had before we started recording, and I think it's way better.
so it's like, if we were doing that from the beginning on our episodes that have like, because we have episodes with like almost 200 downloads.
Yeah, our intro to the Greek gods, that's 228 downloads.
Yeah. So imagine if we had this kind of quality and because in the beginning it was a little iffy
It was pretty bad.
on AJ's side.
It was pretty
He uh
bad.
he was still very nervous. Now I feel like he's gotten into the swing of things, which is
Well,
good.
I was nervous, but I also had a pretty shitty mic. And
Yeah.
now I got a fucking $150 mic.
He bought for the podcast.
I did. But anyway, I think that's all I got.
All right. That works for me.
All right. We'll catch you guys next time.
Thanks for listening.